Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
First at 4, a Detroit firefighter pulled to safety after burning home collapses. It was a dangerous, delicate, and frantic effort that we showed you live on Local 4. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. I've been working with Sean Lay, who's still on the scene gathering the latest information. Sean, walk us through how this all played out.
We are as close as we've ever been to the scene now. We can give you, everyone who's been following along, this unbelievably dangerous rescue, an up close look at what's going on here. See the debris? That's the home there. That's the kind of stuff that fell on this 20-year firefighting veteran, and that's the kind of debris, 1.5 foot of it, that firefighters had to use this shovel and about 5 other shovels like this to get that stuff, dig down to him, to get him out of there safely. Firefighters here right now said he is going to be okay. He's really banged up. This could have been so much worse. We have some video to show you right away. A Mayday coming out just after 1:30 today. Mayday from firefighters inside fighting this fire at a vacant home. It's on Hollywood, right at John R. In fact, as I glance up at the home now, this is as close as we've been. There's a a broken hydrant right in front of this home. Interesting. But anyway, here's the deal. The second floor came crashing down on firefighters. Part of the first floor began to collapse as well. I watched about 7 to 8 firefighters walk out. They were able to get themselves out. 2 medics that were here on the scene. 1 firefighter was trapped. That kicked off an unbelievably tense and dangerous rescue. Our second video now here, we can show you just after 3 o'clock. Thank goodness, after working so hard and diligently, working so carefully to get that debris off the firefighter, they were able to get him out of that home that was collapsing. Guys, the home was still on fire while this was all going on. Fire chief tells me the focus is on the firefighter. They could care less that part of the house behind them, right next to them, about 15 feet away, was on fire at this time. They were getting their guy out of there, and that's exactly what they did. Fire Chief of Communications, James Harris, he briefed me throughout this entire thing.
It's our worst nightmare. We train for this. We try to prepare for it as best we can. But how do you prepare for something like this? It's our worst nightmare.
How dangerous was it for everybody, for everyone involved, to get him out?
At that moment, you don't think about it. It's just unconscious. We're a family. We're brother and sisterhood, so when one of us goes down, we all just dive in and dig in and go to work.
Dig in indeed, dig in to get that 20-year veteran firefighter out of that building and get him to safety. There's the fire hydrant I referenced earlier. It's defunct. One to my left down the street on the block, it's not working as well. We'll dig into that more to see how much of that played an issue here, but what we have here is a home collapsing on that firefighter. Now, when he came out, Karen, I have to tell you, it was breathtaking because his face was absolutely covered with black soot, his arms, he wasn't moving. He had oxygen on his face, as you could see, but his brothers and sisters here say he's going to be fine. They closed off John R., they closed off McNichols, and they closed off 75. Detroit police did to get him to a receiving hospital. 8 other firefighters, they were also taken by Detroit EMS because they had either their heat exhaustion or they were exhausted in all this heat with all their gear on, trying to get him out. Huge team effort, much more coming up, including the ATF just arrived. When you got a firefighter who's hurt along with others, they're here to find out what happened here, who set this fire, if it was intentionally set. Back to you.
Exactly. There have been numerous fires on that street. I know we'll both be digging into that, and we'll check back with you tonight at 5. Thank you, Sean. The Oakland County Sheriff's Department is trying to find a former hospital worker charged with sexually assaulting a patient. Is asking for your help in finding 56-year-old Kevin Blanks. He's been charged with 3rd-degree criminal sexual conduct. Investigators say he was working on the psychiatric floor at Pontiac General Hospital, but he's been fired. Blanks is accused of sexually assaulting an 18-year-old woman. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is encouraged to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Detroit City Clerk is mapping plans out for next week's primary and says security has been beefed up 100% since 2020. The election is set for next Tuesday, August 2nd. Clerk Janice Winfrey says they've hired additional police officers, and anyone entering the election center at Huntington Place will have to go through a metal detector. Plus, no person will be allowed inside without having their credentials or identification checked. Winfrey says they learned tough lessons in 2020 and they're ready.
I know you guys probably know that I was threatened. Half my staff here was threatened, and for doing our jobs. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why we've beefed up security. And as a result, I think people know not to try the shenanigans that they tried in 2020, or they will be dealt with.
Election officials expect a long night as Michigan law requires all absentee ballots cast by 8 p.m. on Election Day to be counted. The final tally could come at 3 or 4 in the morning. Another pretty comfortable summer day. Let's take a quick look at the first forecast. Here is Brett Collar.
Looking really nice out there and feeling very nice as well. If you recall yesterday, it was getting pretty muggy at this time, but dew points have really gone down, so the humidity has followed suit. Now, temps themselves are still in the 80s, how about 87 at City Airport, but the humidity is that key number, and this is down into the 30s, 40s, and 50s, so feeling a lot better. And again, that sets the stage for what should be a nice weekend ahead. As advertised, a couple of spotty drips and drops were dotting the map, but most, if not all, stayed really dry here today. We'll see a little bit more of the same tomorrow. But this evening, with that dry air in place, temps fall and fall fairly quickly. Some of us will see 50s overnight before a great weekend ahead. We've got more rain and a few thunderstorms following this nice weekend. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Brett. So the question is the United States in a recession or not? President Joe Biden says the answer is no, but we could be in one of the most confusing economic eras in American history. The COVID-19 pandemic and its ripple effects have created a climate like no one's really ever seen. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom sorting through the signals and with the president's response. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. Economic experts have been using the same playbook for decades, but the turmoil of the COVID pandemic with lockdowns, job losses, and supply chain issues has made gauging where things stand more difficult than ever. So here's what we do know. The second quarter gross domestic product of GDP shrank by 0.9% from April through June, So that followed a 1.6% drop in the first quarter. Consecutive quarters of falling GDP constitute one informal, though not definitive, indicator of a recession. On the other hand, the labor market is very strong, which means we may not see an official declaration of a recession, at least not right now. President Biden is also highlighting big new investments as evidence that America is not in a recession.
This is powering the strongest rebound in American manufacturing in over 3 decades, creating 613,000 manufacturing jobs.
And as we take a live look here at the big board on the New York Stock Exchange, you can see the Dow Jones Industrial Averages up 332 today. And most of the day, investors hope that the bad news could be good news in the long run here. Many investors hope if the economy is slowing down, that could mean the Feds might slow down future hikes in interest rates. So, Karen, regardless of the economic indicators, many of us are feeling the pinch of record high inflation right now. We'll, of course, be watching all of this for you in the days and weeks and months to come. For now, though, we'll send it back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Well, the president is putting his support behind a slimmer, less expensive version of the Build Back Better bill. This time around, it's called the Inflation Reduction Act. The new $739 billion package is much less than the $3.5 trillion package Democrats tried to push through Congress last year. It still tackles signature Biden issues like health care costs and climate change. Also establishes a 15% minimum corporate tax. The president says it will not raise taxes on anyone earning less than $400,000 a year. Republicans are ready to attack.
This is the nonsense that Democrats are focused on. Not helping you put gas in your car, not helping you afford your groceries. They want to use the middle-class economic crisis they themselves created as an excuse to raise your taxes and ram through their Green New Deal nonsense.
The Senate plans to vote on the bill next week. Conservative Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is now on board, but we're told Arizona Democrat Kyrsten Sinema is still reviewing it. Democrats need to stay united so Vice President Harris can break any 50-50 tie with her vote. The Farmington Hills Police and Fire Departments are trying to get more women interested in careers as first responders. Today, they held the first hands-on workshop that was specifically focused on young women in the high school age range. Local 4's Tim Pamplin shows us the event with the theme of Protect, Serve, and Empower.
Well, here come the young ladies heading to an overpass across Interstate 696. Part of the training, getting hands-on experience with a speed detector gun. The program, Red, Blue, and You, is all about recruiting young ladies as first responders.
To show them the great options that the Farmington Hills Police Department has to offer them for a career of service to their community.
There's a radar detector the young ladies heading up. They're from the Farmington Hills and surrounding communities. It's a day-long camp in both the fire and police departments. I'm sure that was a honk of approval. How was it?
It was fun. Top speed I got was 85.
That's Officer Maya Jones on the right. She started out as a civilian with the department and was soon sent off to the academy.
I actually just recently graduated from the academy May 18th, so I'm very fresh and new on the job, but so far I'm loving it. It's everything that I imagined. Just the experience and the growth that you get from the job is great.
Like I say, it's also the fire department. The chief tells me there's a big disparity between men and women as first responders. This city wants to change that.
I'm very big on community policing, so I think it's very important, especially during these times right now, that you gain a relationship with the community, because the community is, who's going to have our back in the end, and we need to have their back as well.
It's definitely about being there for people who didn't have anyone else there for them. A lot of people go down the wrong path, and it's just because they didn't have anyone else to guide them, and I want to be there to help people. Sometimes there's that stereotype where it's like, oh, a woman can't do that because they're weaker, they're smaller, and you can prove them wrong. You can prove anybody wrong, that women are just as capable of doing things that men can do. That's it.
And oftentimes, so much more. In Farmington Hills this afternoon, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
What a great message. Thank you, Tim.